So, this topic today is one that I've experienced myself, and honestly, it's probably one of the most mind-bending things I've witnessed. You meet someone new, and things are going great. In getting to know each other, they tell you about their previous relationship and express how unstable, toxic, and abusive their previous partner was. Then you notice a bit of a change in their behavior, and then it happens. They leave you to return to their ex, the toxic nightmare they told you about. You sit there running through your mind asking, how could they go back? You're completely perplexed on how they could make that decision. And then you start to tear yourself apart, wondering if this was your fault. Did you do something wrong? Did you push them away? How did you fail so badly that they would go back to that? It's a confusing and painful phenomenon when someone leaves a healthy, loving relationship and returns to a partner who has hurt them, whether emotionally, physically, or verbally. If you found yourself in the role of the good person left behind, you may wonder what went wrong or whether you're somehow to blame. Today we'll explore the complex psychological reasons why individuals sometimes choose toxic familiarity over genuine care. My goal today is to reassure you that being left in this way is not a reflection of your worth, nor is it any deficiency on your part. Abusive relationships are marked by patterns of control, manipulation, and harm. These cycles often involve alternating periods of affection and mistreatment, creating confusion and emotional turmoil. Psychologists call this the cycle of abuse, and it can form powerful attachment patterns, making it difficult for someone to break free, even when offered kindness and respect elsewhere. The push-pull dynamic, where affection is sporadically mixed with criticism or cruelty, can become an oddly familiar rhythm that feels, to some, like home. People are wired to seek comfort in what they know, even if that familiarity is negative. For individuals raised in chaotic or unpredictable environments, the tension and volatility of an abusive relationship may evoke a sense of safety, simply because it's what they've always known. This comfort of familiarity can override the logical awareness that a relationship is harmful, leading someone to return to old patterns despite better options. The brain craves what feels predictable, and sometimes the drama of a toxic relationship fits that bill more than the calm of a healthy one. Abusive partners often create an environment of uncertainty, alternating between warmth and coldness, affection and withdrawal. This unpredictability triggers heightened emotional responses, including anxiety and excitement, which can be mistaken for passion or deep love. For some, the emotional roller coaster feels more intense and alive than the steady care offered by a healthier partner. The cycle of anticipation and reward can become addictive, making stability seem dull in comparison. This attachment is often reinforced by trauma bonds, which are deep emotional connections formed through cycles of abuse and reconciliation. These bonds are strengthened by intermittent rewards, such as kind gestures or compliments that keep the victim hooked, a dynamic akin to behavioral conditioning in psychology. The abusive partner becomes a slot machine of unpredictable reinforcement, sometimes nurturing, sometimes destructive, creating a desperate hope that the next episode will be the good one. Abusive partners are skilled at making their partners feel uniquely needed or wanted, especially during periods of reconciliation. They may shower attention, apologies, and promises, tapping into a deep need for validation and importance. For those who struggle with self-worth, these moments of intense focus can be intoxicating, even if they're followed by mistreatment. The longing to feel chosen or irreplaceable sometimes outweighs the pain of the negative behaviors that follow. In a healthy relationship, mutual support and shared power are the norm. However, individuals with low self-esteem or insecure attachment styles may equate conflict or being needed with worth. An abusive partner who constantly demands attention or relies on their victim to fix their emotions can create a false sense of purpose. The phrase, "at least they need me," becomes a crutch, masking the reality that neediness and control are often one-sided. Conversely, a balanced partner's independence and emotional stability might feel threatening. If the good partner is self-sufficient, the victim may internalize a belief that they are less worthy or not enough, especially if their self-esteem is already fragile. Some people are drawn to uncertainty and unpredictability, mistaking anxiety for passion. Abusive partners often thrive on emotional turbulence, offering a whirlwind of highs and lows that can feel intoxicating. This is sometimes linked to a narcissistic personality trait or a fear of abandonment, where the victim equates intense emotions with love. In contrast, a stable relationship's boreness may feel unexciting to someone who has never known calm. Our brains, however, are not wired to thrive in chaos. Chronic anxiety, whether from abuse or from emotional neglect, can lead to learned helplessness, where individuals believe they cannot escape the relationship, no matter how harmful it is. If you've been left for a toxic relationship, it's natural to question yourself or feel inadequate. You might wonder if you should have done more, or if your love simply wasn't enough. But the truth is, these choices are rarely about you. The person returning to an abusive partner is responding to internal patterns, needs, and wounds that you cannot fix. Self-blame is not only unwarranted, but also unfair. You offered kindness, respect, and stability, and those gifts are not diminished by someone else's inability to receive them. It's essential to remember that being left for an abusive relationship is not your fault. You did not fail, nor are you lacking in any way. The dynamics that drive someone back to toxicity are complex and deeply rooted in their own psychology. If you find yourself struggling with self-doubt, try to approach your feelings with compassion. You deserve love that is freely given and received, and your worth is not determined by someone else's choices or wounds. Leaving a healthy relationship for an abusive one is a painful reality for many, but it is driven by psychological factors such as the comfort of familiarity, the allure of unpredictability, and the need to feel wanted. If you're the good person left behind, know that this is not your fault. Self-blame only perpetuates pain, while understanding and kindness pave the way for healing. By recognizing these patterns, we move closer to compassion for ourselves and for those struggling to break free from cycles of harm. Understanding why someone returns to an abusive partner does not excuse their choice, but it does offer clarity. You are not responsible for another person's pain, nor are you obligated to fix it. True love does not involve chaos or self-doubt. If someone leaves a safe haven for a storm, the storm is the problem, not the shelter.